The night was quiet in Lanham, Maryland, except for the muffled cries coming from the backyard of an old, run-down house. A 12-year-old girl named Emily had been listening to these heartbreaking whimpers for weeks. Every day after school, she passed by the fence and caught glimpses of the small, frail dog chained to a post, its ribs visible through its dirt-matted fur. The dog's eyes held a mix of fear and desperation. One evening, Emily couldn't take it anymore. She picked up her phone and dialed 911. "There's a dog in my neighbor's yard," she said, her voice shaking. "He's hurt and they don't feed him. Please help." Animal control officers arrived shortly after. With flashlights in hand, they knocked on the door, but no one answered. Upon entering the backyard, they were met with the sight of the trembling dog. His fur was patchy, his body covered in scars. The officers gently unhooked the rusted chain and wrapped him in a warm blanket. "You're safe now, buddy," one of them whispered as they loaded him into the van. The dog, later named Pokey, was taken to a nearby animal shelter where the veterinarians cleaned his wounds, fed him, and showered him with the kindness he had never known. Despite his past, Pokey still wagged his tail when approached. The shelter workers knew he had a chance at a better life. Episode 2, A New Beginning. Months passed, and Pokey was slowly recovering. His fur began to grow back, and his spirit brightened. The shelter workers noted that although he was hesitant around new people, he was still affectionate. They needed to find him the perfect home, one with patience and love. That was when Dave walked in. He had recently moved to Washington, D.C., and had been considering adopting a pet. When he saw Pokey, he knelt down, holding out his hand gently. Pokey sniffed, then took a cautious step forward. Something clicked between them. "I'll take him," Dave said with a smile. Over the next few months, Dave helped Pokey adjust. The dog was initially fearful of loud noises, sudden movements, and even his own food bowl, a reminder of his past neglect. But Dave was patient, offering him treats, taking him on slow walks, and speaking in a calming voice. Slowly, Pokey started to trust again. Khlaire, Dave's younger sister, visited often. She had just graduated from nursing school in Alexandria, Virginia, and would often stop by to play with Pokey. They bonded instantly. She would sit on the floor, letting Pokey curl up beside her, stroking his fur gently. "He's really special," she told Dave one evening. "Yeah," Dave nodded, "and he's come a long way." Little did she know, Pokey would soon become an even bigger part of her life. Episode 3, Anew. Chapter Khlaire had finally landed her first nursing job at MedStar Hospital in D.C. She was excited but also nervous about the new responsibilities. At the same time, Dave had received an unexpected work opportunity overseas, which meant he had to leave. Before leaving, he gave Khlaire a special gift, Pokey. "I know it's sudden," he said, scratching Pokey behind the ears, "but I know you'll take good care of him." At first, it was challenging. Between the demands of her new job and adjusting to life with Pokey, Khlaire felt overwhelmed, but she knew she had to make it work. She established a routine, waking up at 4:30 a.m., going for a 2.5-mile run with Pokey at 4:40 a.m., then coming home to get ready for work. They would have breakfast together before she dropped him off at her sister Isata's house, where he would stay during the day. Isata worked from home and was happy to help. "He's such a good boy," Isata said one day, watching Pokey nap by her desk. "I think he's finally at peace." On her days off, Khlaire made sure Pokey had the best time. They explored new parks, took road trips to nearby towns, and sometimes just spent the day lounging together, enjoying each other's company. Over time, Pokey became more confident, no longer flinching at sudden movements or hiding during thunderstorms. He had found his forever home, and Khlaire had gained not just a pet, but a loyal friend. Together, they healed, grew, and embraced their new life, proving that even the most broken souls could find love again.